Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Sorrell, plant spirit medicine woman, and I am ready to guide you on a shamanic journey to connect with the spirit of Áine, the goddess of summer in the Celtic legends. This is the new moon cacao ceremony, but you do not have to be doing this ceremony on the new moon or with cacao. Those parts are entirely optional. You can do this at any time of the year. We are going to connect with the spirit of Áine for the purposes of discovering what she can teach us. What has she got to help us to understand about this particular season in our lives? And when we're working with the spirit of summer, we are also working with the elements of fire. You might align it with the 5-element system, the element of wood, where we are blossoming and growing and expanding into the fullness of who we are. So as we connect with the spirit of Áine, you might have a specific question about this moment in your life, or you might have a question about how to navigate the summer that we're in. How can we have a good time? So it might be quite specific, or it might be quite large as to what you would like to get from this ceremony as we set our intentions. So let me run through the practical protocols first, and then whilst you are drinking your cacao, if you're choosing to work with cacao today, I will tell you a little bit more about the processes that we are going to work with to facilitate that deep connection to spirit and the journeying and what you can expect from the practice. So let's begin together. If you are drinking cacao, you might want to have it set aside warm and safe for just a few minutes when we'll be ready to work together with our cacao and drink your cacao. So first things first, let's cleanse our energy field. As we're cleansing our energy field, we are preparing to connect with spirit in the most purified way possible. So we begin. I'm going to do this standing up. You can do this sitting down if you wish to. Today I want to work standing up. We're going to take our hands in front of our hearts. Our heart is a portal for love and light, and we can always bring love and light through this portal. And we're going to do that now together. So hands in front of the heart, almost prayer shape, but a little bit cupped to gather the love and light from the heart. And we imagine that our heart is pouring love and light into our hands, and we're scooping it up, and we're carrying that love and light over our heads. We open up to the universe with our hands. So we're giving our love and light to the universe, and the universe is showering us with love and light, as it always does, but now we're ready to receive it. So we receive the love and light of the universe into our arms, and we bring that love and light all the way over the outside of our energy field. So we're washing the aura clean on the outside. This acts like a protective shield, and we're just washing that shield clean, taking our hands all the way down to the ground, giving that energy, that sticky energy that we don't want stuck to our protective shield, to the ground, to Mama Earth. Mama Earth is a powerful sorceress. She can turn a carbon deposit into a diamond. And so she'll take that heavy, sticky energy and she'll compost it down and turn it into something beautiful again. So let's come back to our hearts. We're going to do the next layer, which is from the outer shield to the skin layer. And this represents our emotions. So now we're going to cleanse our emotions. Gathering the love and light from the heart, that heart pouring that love and light into the hands. You might want to see that as a color. Gathering that up over the head, giving it to the universe. Thanks, universe, for sharing your love and light with us as well. As we bring that love and light, allow that love and light into our arms, we bring that all the way through the aura, cleansing any sticky emotions, any stress, any anxiety, any depression or worry, all the way down into the ground. Oh, some emotions are so strange, they don't even have names. So just cleansing anything that feels sticky or uncomfortable into the ground. Thank you, Mama Earth, for taking that away. Oh, coming back to the heart as we feel that release. Now we're going to do the physical layer. And the physical layer can sometimes have sticky energy in it too. And you might feel that as a blockage or a heaviness or a pain or a dis-ease. So gathering love and light from the heart, scooping that love and light over us, taking it out into the universe, sharing it with the infinite universe, and the universe shares us with infinite love and light in return. We bring that energy all the way through the physical, through the head, the neck, the shoulders, the arms, hands and fingers, cleansing down through the torso, all the way down through the legs, through the feet, and into the ground again. Thanking Mother Earth for taking away any stickiness which has got into the body or anything that we've generated ourselves, maybe just through eating something naughty but nice quite often, that doesn't really agree with us, and cleansing it away. Thank you, Mama. Now we have cleansed our energy field energetically. Now there are many ways to cleanse your energy. I like to use that technique when we're working online together so that I know that you can all do this. If for any reason you can't touch the ground, remembering that you can just shake your hands and feet just to open up the chakras that are in your hands and feet, and then give it to the earth that way. Okay. So next we are going to call in the sacred directions, and we're going to work with the Mayan medicine wheel as we do this, because we are working with the Mayan medicine of cacao today. So I have my cup of cacao, which I've mostly drunk, and I'm going to call in the directions. Now, if you haven't drunk your cacao yet, now I do advise that you don't drink your cacao yet, although I've done mine, and that's so that I can guide you while I'm talking rather than be sitting here drinking for 5 minutes in silence with you. It should be a bit boring to watch. Then I can call in the directions with my cup of cacao. And the Mayan teachers that I worked with taught me that this is the way to invite in the 7 directions, because we want to share. Like a good guest, you would always give your guest a drink or a meal first before you serve yourself. We're doing that with the 7 directions as we invite them in as our guests to this ceremonial work that we're doing today. So let's begin by facing east and calling in the spirits of the East. Spirits of the East, we welcome you, and we share our cacao with you today. We call upon the fire. We call upon the dawn and the rising sun. We call upon the spirit of condor and eagle. Help us to fly high, to connect with the spirit of Áine today, so that we can learn what we need to learn, see what we need to see, and bring that information home so that we can manifest our dreams into being. Beloved ones, we welcome you. Connecting in with our friends in the south direction, we call upon our beloved friends of the south. Welcome to our ceremony. Help us today to connect with the spirit of Áine. We call upon the water, the flow of life. We call upon the day and the warmth of the summer sun. We call upon the spirit of snake, who helps us to release the past the way she sheds her skin, to step into the fullness and blossom into who we are. We welcome you and share our cacao with you. Connecting in with our friends in the West. We welcome our beloved friends of the West and share our cacao with you. We welcome the dusk and the setting sun. We welcome the earth and the fertility of life. And we welcome Jaguar. Mama Jaguar, please come and protect our medicine space while we do this work, and help us if there are any little shadows that we need to face today. Help us to bring them into the light. It's summertime, and in the fullness of summer, there are no shadows. So help us to see the shadows that need to come back into the light so we can heal them and integrate them. We welcome you. Connecting in with our friends in the north, we welcome you, beloved spirits of the north, and we share our cacao with you. We welcome the night, the bright moon shining, the air and clarity of thought. We welcome our ancestors, which includes those who have passed, but equally those who are yet to be born. We also welcome in the spirit of Hummingbird. Hummingbird teaches us to trust the path we're on, and while we travel, to only accept the best, as she only drinks the sweetest nectar, trusting that we will come home to the dreams that we're daring to dream. We welcome you. Oh. Now we're going to connect with Mother Earth beneath our feet. So I'm going to get down and touch the earth beneath me. If we were doing this outside, I would be blessed to be able to connect with the earth more fully, but I'm touching the ground in a representative way to connect with Mama Earth. And Mama Earth, we call upon you to join us in ceremony today, and we thank you for your presence. We thank you for this delicious cacao, or whatever beverage you are choosing today. We thank you for all our earth relations, the plant people, the stone people. We thank you for the animal spirits, the furry, the feather, the fin ones, the creepy crawly ones, the slithery slimy ones. We thank you for all of our friends on this planet, and we ask that you teach us how to live in harmony once again with all our relations, and we share our cacao with you all. Connecting up with those above us. We connect up with Father Sky, we share our cacao with Father Sky, and we welcome you. We thank you for the breath of life, the winds of change, the blue skies, and the grey. And we call upon and share our cacao with Grandmother Moon, with Grandfather Sun, and the star nations, our cosmic realm relations. We welcome you. And last of all, we're connecting in to Great Spirit. Now, Great Spirit, we might say something like, you have 10,000 names, and yet are still the unnameable one. Because Great Spirit means so many things to so many people. And no matter what cultural background you come from, no matter what belief system you have, really, in the way I understand spirituality, we are all climbing the same mountain. We're just taking different paths. So we can call upon Great Spirit in whatever way serves you, whether you want to call that God or call that source energy or consciousness or universal love, whatever you call it, we're welcoming that connection in to all that is, the creative flow of life that flows through us and everything that exists. We welcome you and share our cacao with you. Aho. So now, if you are drinking your cacao, please start to enjoy, and you can share your cacao with yourself. Now, I will guide you through a little bit of information as we talk and you drink your cacao about how we're going to do this journey. So we will be working with my beautiful gongs. And my collection of gongs that I've built up over the years helps us to get into a trance state. And I will be guiding you as well with words to deepen that trance state. Now, I trained many, many years ago as a hypnotherapist, and what I understand about trance states comes primarily from that source. But as I started to learn about shamanism, I realized that actually the two are incredibly similar. We just simply don't use rattles and drums and feathers and smudges and things like that when we're working as a hypnotherapist. But there is so much similarity between going into that hypnotic state of consciousness, that state between being fully awake and asleep, that can enhance our ability to channel spiritual wisdom wherever that comes from. And no one has found where thought comes from yet. It's still a mystery. And as we tune into that level of consciousness, we can connect into the infinite universe and call upon the spirits that we wish to commune with today. So with the help of the gongs, now the gongs help to confuse the left brain consciousness and I don't know if confuse is the right word, entertain it maybe. So the left brain is busy listening to the gongs, trying to work out what's going on with them because they make all these different crazy sounds all at once. And it's very symphonic. The gongs I work with are symphonic gongs. So they're very entertaining for that left brain as it's listening to all those different dialogues between the gongs. Whilst that's happening, I'll also be guiding you on a visualization journey to connect with the spirit of Áine. Now, as we are journeying, we are going to journey into the lower realm. This is where the shamanic part comes in, because we will be journeying into another layer of reality. In shamanism, we divide reality up into three main sections. There is this layer, the middle layer. There is the upper realm, where we connect up with our spirit guides, our ancestors. It's all higher self. It's all love and light up there. And then when we connect into the lower realm, this is where we connect in with the goddesses, which connect us up with the seasons, like Áine, like Kailash, like Bridget. It would also connect us up with the plant spirits, like these beautiful roses and yarrow that are decorating our altar today. It would connect us up with the landscape spirits. You might go and speak to the spirit of a mountain there. And also where we connect in with our shadow and our own subconscious. So the lower realm represents our inner landscape and our connection to all that is, all at the same time. And the upper realm connects us up with our higher selves and our future and our past all at once in the more infinite way, imagining if we were infinite beings, and who knows if that's a reality or not. We can only guess. So, coming back to this journey that you are going to go on, I will be guiding you through a guided visualization to journey into the lower realm to connect with the spirit of Áine today. And to do that, I want you to think about a place that you can connect with in nature, a power place, a sacred place for you. Now, when I say sacred, it doesn't have to be some temple. It can just be a beautiful place that you've been to before. It could be your own garden. It could be a beach. It could be a mountain. It could be a forest. It could be somewhere you went to as a child that you still remember. But it needs to be a place that's real in your mind that you can connect with. We will travel there in our minds, imagining it as best we can. And then I will invite you to look for a way to go down. And this is where it gets a little bit Alice in Wonderland, because we're going to dive through a portal into a tunnel which takes us down around and deeper and deeper. Now, everybody does this differently. Every shaman I've ever worked with guides differently. So some people have guided me to walk down a beautiful spiral staircase with beautiful candles. It's very sophisticated. I really like the idea of sliding down a mudslide and having fun that way. So I prefer to journey in that way, but I'm going to leave that open to you. You choose the way you go down. I'm just going to encourage you to feel that you are traveling down around, deeper and deeper. When we get into that lower realm landscape, then we will call for a power animal or a spirit animal to help us in that lower realm. It's really good to work with a spirit animal when you go, because they know the landscape. They live there. We are just visitors. And so whenever you go somewhere foreign, it's great to get a guide. It will give you that next level experience of understanding how to move and how to be in that landscape, in that space. And yeah, how to not waste time as well, getting lost. So let's call up a power animal, and a particular power animal that you might have worked with before might come through if you've done this kind of thing before, or you may meet someone new. And then we will call up the spirit of Áine. So your power animal may guide you to meet Áine. And when you connect with Áine, you can connect with her, you can ask for some healing, you can have a conversation about your life. This is a good point to think about your intention as well. What can you get out of today's journey? A bit like when you go shopping, if you take a shopping list, you get what you want. If you forget your shopping list, you usually forget one or two things, or maybe you buy something random that you didn't need and it ends up going in the bin anyway. So let's go with an intention. Now that intention can be vague. It could be something like, how can I bring more joy into my summer or my life? It could be, what's the next step on my career path? It could be, do I make this decision or that decision, something quite specific. Mama Cacao is also a facilitator for this journey, and she is very good at giving us grounded and practical information when we ask for it. So ask for help, ask for what you need. And if you just simply want to explore the connection that you have to the spirit of Áine, that's absolutely fine as well. Set that as your intention, okay? Now, when I say visualize, I just mean imagine, and we all imagine differently. Some people will have an amazing movie theatre happening in front of their eyes in a way when they shut their eyes when they do this work. But that is incredibly rare. Most people have a more vague experience. They might feel it a little bit somatically in the body. They might have language coming in the form of words, a bit like you're listening to the radio. You might have knowings, aha moments blossoming in your mind. Whatever comes through is okay. If you lose focus, which is also incredibly common, particularly when you're new to this work, just like when you learn meditation, it's good to do it for short periods and build up over time. And you wouldn't be able to start meditating and then just be able to meditate solidly for an hour. So don't expect yourself to be able to focus immediately and stay focused for the entire time we're working together. Just bring your focus back when you go, oh, I'm supposed to be doing that journey, because also the gongs will be distracting you and doing their magic as well. So go in with the questions that you have, get the answers or the healing that you are asking for today, and then allow yourself to drift as much as you like. And then I will call you back to your body at the end. Okay, so it's time for us to begin. You've had hopefully enough time to drink your cacao. If not, you can pause the video and you can finish off your cacao. You can get yourself settled. I suggest that you also journal to make some reflective notes after this practice today to help you to integrate the information that comes through today. Okay, so let's begin. You can get yourself settled. You might want to sit up, supported, particularly if you tend to go to sleep when you lay down, because laying down is often associated with going to sleep. So sitting up supported or lying down, you might want to darken the room or put a blanket over, like a little eye mask or a little eye pillow over your eyes. I love having a big hat and just pulling my hat down over my eyes. That's super comfortable for me. So whatever works for you. You can have a scarf, just choosing something to help you to relax your sight, so you're not so distracted by the lights. And as we relax into the space, with our eyes closed, taking some deep breaths, we're going to start to tune into the physical body, giving it permission to relax and let go, whilst also staying grounded and connected. So tuning into the physical body now, taking some deep breaths. It really doesn't matter if you're breathing in or out through the nose or the mouth, that's not important. It's just lengthening that in-breath and lengthening that out-breath. Those long, deep breaths help to move us into relaxation mode. Now tuning into all the different parts of the body, little bit by little bit, we're going to relax through the forehead, giving that space above the eyebrows permission to soften. Now the eyes and the muscles around the eyes, just softening and relaxing and feeling heavy. Relaxing down through the cheeks and the jaw and the mouth and the tongue. Relaxing down into the neck, the muscles either side of the back of the neck, the spine, and around to the sides and around to the front and the throat. Just softening all the muscles of the neck. It's okay if you are sitting up, if your head feels like it wants to just tilt to one side or the other, that's okay. Or resting comfortably on your pillow. Relaxing into the shoulders, shifting those shoulders down an inch or two, giving them permission just to drop any burdens they're carrying while we do this work together. Mama Earth can take those burdens and maybe she'll do her magic on them and they'll come back more like blessings than burdens. And relaxing down through the arms now. The upper arms softening, the forearms softening and relaxing. The hands and the fingers going loose and limp. Relaxing down through the back, through the spine. The muscles either side of the spine and through the back of the ribs, all around now to the front of the ribs and the chest, softening those chest muscles, allowing your breath to expand more fully into the chest so it rises up a little bit more on the in-breath and releases a little bit more on the out-breath. That softening wave now spreading down into the lower back, around the hips, the abdomen and the lower abdomen, so the belly expands on the in-breath and softens on the out-breath as well. Relaxing into the hips, relaxing into the pelvis. Relaxing all the way through the thighs. Thighs relaxing on the sides, the inner thigh, the outer thigh, the back and the front. Those separate big sections of muscle, just giving them permission to rest now. And now through the knee, into the calf and the shin. The lower leg now softening, releasing tension. Flex your feet a little bit if you want to. Roll your ankles and circles, giving them permission to soften and become more comfortable. And that wave of relaxed, softening energy now going all the way down into the feet and into the toes. We're going to tune into our third eye, third eye is the place where we receive wisdom from the spiritual realm. And so we're going to imagine that third eye activating by first of all picturing the space in our minds as completely empty, like it's a void, like space itself. A big black void, except for a tiny sparkle of pure white light. That little sparkle of pure white light in the darkness is like a star far away in the distance. It begins to expand and get bigger and brighter, like a shooting star coming through space towards you. Feeling it expand into your mind now. Feeling it expand down into your neck, down into your shoulders. Feeling it expand down into your arms and your torso, your chest and your back, your abdomen and your lower back. All the way down through the pelvis into the legs, all the way down through the legs into the feet and the toes. That white light expanding out into the aura that we cleansed earlier, so that you're surrounded now by a ball or an egg shape of beautiful white light. Expanding that energy into the room that you're in. Imagining that it's becoming like a second skin, like an awareness. And that expanding awareness, feeling the room that you're in, or the objects in the room. Maybe there's other people with you today, or pets or plants, just feeling their consciousness as you expand into that space. Now let's take our energy all the way out into the landscape around us. Perhaps feeling a mile wide, feeling into the urban environment or the countryside that you're in. Feeling into the ground beneath you, the soil and the rock layers, the moisture in the ground beneath us. Maybe you're near a body of water like the ocean or a lake or a river or a stream, and you can sense that flowing energy. Then feeling up above you and around you, connecting in with the air element all around you. The sensation of the breeze or the wind, and connecting in with any plants. Perhaps there's some big trees in this area, this mile-wide landscape that we're connecting into. And they can help you to root into the ground and help you to reach up into the sky at the same time as you embrace your connection to the tree beings, like a virtual tree hug. Feeling the energy of the other beings in this landscape, the birds, the bees, maybe the people moving around, other animals. If it's warm, you might get a sensation of the sun on your skin, your second skin, your third eye consciousness expanding into that sensation of earth, air, fire, water, and the space that's around you. And for a moment, just connecting into infinite space around you and noticing where you are in infinite space, a tiny little particle of consciousness in infinite space. Now let's bring our consciousness back to being that little sparkle of light. So first of all, we're just going to bring it into that mile-wide consciousness. Then we're going to draw it back into the room that we're in. If you're blessed to be outside, just a few meters around you. Then bringing it back to being just the meter around you, your aura. Now bringing it back into the physical body, so you're sensing your actual skin again, your physical consciousness of being in a human body. Now coming back all the way up into that tiny sparkle of pure white light right in the center of your mind. And you might even want to focus your eyes as if they're looking at that white light, so projecting your eyes towards your third eye space between your eyebrows at the front of your forehead, which is sometimes where we start to vision from, if we're lucky enough to have those experiences of visioning. And it's all right if we receive in other ways. The information will unfold in whatever way is going to work for us. We trust in that. So now we're going to remember where we're going to go. We're going to go on a journey into nature. From that place in nature, we're going to go into the lower realm to connect with the spirit of Áine. So let's begin the journey now, starting to leave through the crown chakra. That little white light jumps out through the crown chakra at the top of our head and leaves the space that we're in, the room that we're in, the house that we're in, and we are gathered up by a golden mist that starts to carry us across the landscape towards the place in nature that we've chosen to be our power place today. Feel yourself traveling across the urban environment, the forests, the fields, across rivers and roads, across mountains and valleys. Maybe you're going far away, you're traveling across oceans, and starting to see your place in nature coming into view now, and starting to descend into it like an aeroplane coming into land, or a magic carpet gently floating you down magically. Allowing yourself now to feel yourself descending into that landscape, feeling your feet touch the ground and noticing as the golden mist subsides where you are within that landscape that you've chosen to be in. Looking around you, feeling the ground beneath your feet, sensing the temperature of the air, noticing what the landscape looked like today. Any smells, any textures, any tastes, using all your senses in this landscape as we explore it virtually. Now let's look around for our portal, the way that we can go down to descend into the lower realm landscape, which, if we remember, is going into our imagination. It's going within us, within our unconscious. So there really is no separation between us and the spirit realm. It's just a perception. Looking for the portal now, and if you can't see one obvious, then you can create one. Make a door in a tree, or a hole in the ground, or a cave. You can walk through the cave and there's a tunnel that will reach down. Find a way, and now let's start walking towards that portal together. Reaching the portal now. I'm going to count to 3 and we're going to all go down together. Let's go on the count of 3 to meet Áine. 1, 2, 3, going down and round and down and round and down and round. We start to descend into the dark tunnel that guides us into the lower realm, or our inner realm. We're going on a journey into the lower realm to connect with the spirit of Áine. We're going on a journey into the lower realm to connect with the spirit of Áine. We're going on a journey into the lower realm to connect with the spirit of Áine. And we feel ourselves coming out now into that lower realm landscape. We feel our feet touch the ground again. Now, it may be dark. If it is, it's okay to light a candle, light a torch, or perhaps if you're in a tunnel, you can see the exit and you can start walking towards the light. Creating some light in this space, we are now ready to call for our animal who's going to guide us. So calling for our power animal. So with your inner voice, or if you wish to, you can speak it out loud. I'm calling for my power animal to guide me to Áine. I'm calling for my power animal to guide me to Áine. I'm calling for my power animal to guide me to Áine. And notice who comes. Checking in with them. If they can guide you to Áine today. And just like when you meet a new friend, welcome them. Thank them for coming forward. Thanking them for offering to be the guide today. Notice what special qualities this particular animal has, and if there's any meaning in that for you. We don't want to analyze too deeply at this stage, but just noticing what we're noticing about that animal and their qualities. There are many different definitions for each animal that comes, but the most important one is the way that you resonate with it. With that animal now as your guide, you ask them to guide you to meet the spirit of Áine. And they may take you on a journey within this journey through the landscape. Now the spirit of Áine may show up in many ways. Whenever I guide people to meet a particular spirit or a goddess or a god of any kind, everybody will receive it differently, the information that comes through. So they may show up as a being, but they may also show up as a flower, or an energy, or a color. If you are unsure, you can ask your power animal, is this the spirit of Áine? And you can ask the spirit herself as well. Now you will all uniquely have your own timing for this journey. So to allow you to embrace this journey fully, I'm going to let you go with a short reminder. You're going on a journey, connecting with your power animal, connecting with the spirit of Áine, to ask for some healing or perhaps some questions, or perhaps simply just to commune with her and feel her and understand her. And I will call you back in a little while. remembering to focus on your connection to the spirit of Áine and the spirit of the power animal and anybody else or any other thing, any energy, consciousness that's coming through to commune with you today. Thanking them for whatever they have shown you and shared with you today. You can come back and see them anytime you choose to. But just for now, we're coming home to integrate what we've gathered so far. Asking your animal spirit guide to guide you back to the portal where you first entered into this landscape. Saying goodbye to Áine or whoever else you're with. Making your way back to the portal now. Let's all prepare ourselves to come home. Saying goodbye to our power animal. And starting to feel the pull of the connection to our body. We are connected by a silver cord, and it starts to pull us up and reel us in, round and up and round and up and round and up. Round and up we go until we feel ourselves pushing through into our place in nature, in the middle realm. As we enter our place in nature, the golden mist is ready and waiting for us. We step into it and it scoops us up and lifts us up. And we start to travel across the landscapes again, back towards our body, traveling across the forests, the fields, the mountains, the oceans, the rivers, the roads, the urban environments and the countryside, till we start to see the place where our body is resting, coming in to the building or the landscape that you're resting in. And seeing your body, the golden mist subsiding, you can jump now into your body again through the crown chakra. Settling back into your body again, feeling yourself physically, fully, as you awaken into your body again. And as you bring yourself back into your body, taking some deep breaths, having a stretch, wiggling your fingers and toes, just like you do when you wake up in the morning. We are bringing our dreams back into our consciousness, from that shamanic brain into our everyday brain. So just like when you wake up from a dream, recalling as much information as possible. One of the best ways to do this is to immediately journal. And I'll let you go to journal fully in a moment. First of all, we're just going to say goodbye to the directions so that we are closing sacred space. And I'm going to do that with my little rattle. I'm just going to say goodbye to everybody before I say goodbye to you. Thanking our friends in the east, we thank the dawn and the rising sun. We thank the fire and this opportunity to connect with a power animal and the spirit of Áine. We thank, as we release the condor and the eagle, for helping us to journey today. We release you. Aho. We thank our friends in the south, the water, the flow of life, the day and the warmth of the noon summer sun. We thank the spirit of snake who teaches us to shed the past. We thank you for any release and growth that you've offered us today. And we release you. Aho. Connecting with our friends in the west, we thank our friends in the west, the dusk, the setting sun, the earth, the fertility of life, and the mama jaguar who's protected our medicine space as we journeyed. Thank you for helping us to bring any shadows into the fullness of the summer sun so that we can heal them and integrate them. We thank you and release you. Aho. Connecting with our friends in the north, the night and the bright moon shining, the air and clarity of thought. We thank our ancestors. We thank Hummingbird for reminding us to trust the path and to only accept the best in our lives as we come home to ourselves. We release you. Aho. Connecting down to the earth beneath our feet, we thank Mama Earth and all our earth relations, and we release you. We thank Father Sky, and we release you. We thank and release Grandmother Moon, Grandfather Sun, the star nations, the cosmic realm relations. We release you all, and we thank you for your help today, protecting, guiding. And we thank Great Spirit. You will have 1,000 names, and you are still the unnameable one. Thank you for connecting us up into the matrix of all that is, for the insight, for the healing, for the release, for everything that you gift us as this experience of consciousness in the infinite space that we exist within. Thank you. We release you. Okay. And we do that so that we can close down and we can integrate as we come back into this reality more fully, to be conscious. So now you can begin the journaling. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to release you. I'm going to release myself from the ceremony. Now I'd love to hear how it went for you, what you learnt, what you discovered, how it might have given you some healing. Do share anything you like through the comments underneath this YouTube video, but also you can get in touch with me privately and send me an email or through the many portals of communication available to us now. I'd love to hear from you. I'll be back with another ceremony at the next new moon, so I look forward to seeing you all in ceremony very soon. Thank you for joining me.